this is the LSU. This is the real LSU. The real LSU finally stood up for me tonight. This is the Tigers we should have seen all season long. This was the LSU offense that was possible all season long. I don't care what anyone says. And I understand that maybe Jaden Daniels had to get to a certain level of understanding, a certain level of rhythm before he could unleash it like this. I don't always agree with that viewpoint. I think Jaden Daniels was capable of this all along. He just wasn't seeing it. He just wasn't seeing it. Now he sees it. Now he knows. That switch can't turn off. LSU 45, Florida 35. They just spanked that ass. Rivers just busted through the door, huh? You're like Brian Kelly, huh, buddy? Coming down to the swamp and absolutely busting through, huh? 80 says, BK, the first LSU coach ever to win at Jordan-Hare and the Swamp in the same season. Wow. Wow. I did not know that. That's pretty badass. What? Yeah, that's true because Auburn was at home in 2019. Florida was at home in 2019 as well. Yeah. That's crazy, AD. That's badass. That's insane. That shows what type of coach he is. That shows what type of coach Brian Kelly has always been. And anyone doubting Brian Kelly's pedigree now has to really take a step back here and just shut up. Because there was people saying, we got to get this guy fired. We got to somehow buy this guy out because this is the offense we're going to see with the tight ends and the blah, blah, blah. And we got to fire Denbrock. We got to fire this guy. We got to get rid of this guy. We got to Kayshon Boutte should just transfer. This guy should just leave. This guy should just, all this negative bullshit for the last few weeks, even in the lead up to the Tennessee game, but especially after the Tennessee game, all of it falls away. All of it looks really stupid. Even if LSU, say, lose a few games here, say they lose expectedly to Alabama, say they lose barely to Ole Miss. Even if LSU lose a few more games this season, a win like this, a win at Jordan-Hare, a comeback win down 13 against Mississippi State and winning by 15, that's sick nasty. That's how you do it. And that's a big marker from Brian Kelly to come down first season as head coach at LSU, and to be able to do that. Let's see if we can get some players here on the post-game show. I know they're going to be having to travel and stuff like that, but it might not be a good week for that, but I'm going to try it. I'm going to send one to Jay. I'm going to send one to Wingo. Let's see who. These guys are clowning. Natalie Vittori says, with this super ultra quarterback, Jay Daniels, how Brian Kelly thinks that Walker Howard is a better quarterback for next year. What LSU will LSU make Jaden Daniels leave? Natalie, I thought you hated Jaden Daniels. You wanted Jaden Daniels out for Nussmeier. And now you see the full potential of Jaden Daniels, and you don't want Jaden Daniels to leave? You want him to come back next year too? I think it's funny how quick the turnaround is when really anyone watching Jaden Daniels knew this was always possible. Was it going to happen? Who knows? Was it going to, we still saw some errors. We still saw some mistakes. But what we finally saw was Dayton Daniels trusting, throwing, reading, reacting, making the plays. Making the plays. And that's an interesting comment. LSU Espanol says, why is Jack Best just stuck on special teams? He's an elite wide receiver. Throw him the ball. Put him at receiver. Exactly. I feel like you're killing the dude's confidence. Putting him at punt return. He only gets 3 touches a game. He's got to make them count. He knows he can take it to the house. He's got a special teams coach who's inept, who's putting him in weird situations, yelling at him, distracting him seconds before he's about to get the ball. And now he's got a lower back strain. It's been a nightmare of a season for Jack. It sucks to watch him go through this because he's such a good dude and he does not deserve this. And he really should be LSU's third receiver and should be out there most plays. Really, that's the truth of it. And the fact that he hasn't been given that opportunity, but he's been kind of given this special teams role, and a lot of pressure has gone on his shoulders with that. And it seems like Kelly's going to keep putting him in those positions. I don't think that's right. I think you got to move Jack back to receiver and, play him, throw him the ball, get him involved in the offense. I think you're really doing a disservice to this kid. You're really doing a disservice to this kid. And I know he fumbled the ball. I know he fumbled the ball twice now. But 2 errors out of over 500 snaps as a Tiger, I'll take that. You're going to make errors. Malik Neighbors also had 2 fumbles. He had 2 fumbles in the same game inside our own 10-yard line. He was able to respond. Jack will be able to respond. But really, this it was sad to see that. It was sad to see that happen, and I really do put a lot of blame and fault at Brian Polian for screaming at his players right before the ball's kicked, distracting the hell out of them. If you watch the film, it's like, what is he doing? Why is he distracting these guys? I also, it's just it's an unfortunate thing because it happens in football, but I just explained exactly why it happened, why it went down. And we're with Jack 100%. And we believe that he's going to respond from this. And I hope he's given the opportunity to as well.